lowered his brows. "It's not important," I said, waving my hand his way. "The fact is, I woke up there, ran into my friend who helped me escape, and we made our way back. By then, though, the nuns had called the soldiers from the local village, and they'd already—"
"Wait! A friend?" Sorrel repeated, swinging his gaze to Roan. "Tell me you didn't bring another human into our court," he demands.
"Well, technically," I started.
"I wasn't asking you, Changeling," Sorrel snapped.
That was it. I was going to clobber him. I was halfway between the space that separated us before I even knew what I was doing, but that was just fine with me. I lifted my finger and jabbed it right in his chest, shivering when a wave of cold washed over me. Slowly, ever so slowly, Sorrel's cool, white-blue eyes tilted down to meet my gaze as I resisted yet another shiver and continued to scowl threateningly at him. "I've had about enough of your remarks," I said through tightly clenched teeth. "And yes, I brought a human here. One, not another, because I'm a fae. I think I proved that enough by stepping in to help you transport your stupid castle. Humans don't have magic, but I seem to. I don't know what your problem with me is, but you need to figure it out and resolve it on your own, because my best friend, the one who helped me even though I'm fae, the one that lost her parents to fae, is staying. Had I left her, they would have killed her. I don't leave my friends. Ever." With that, I dropped my arm and took a step back. Still, I felt like my whole body was vibrating with my anger. I wanted to scratch his eyes out, claw at him until he bled. The anger I was feeling made me forget about the chill that surrounded him. In fact, I didn't feel it any longer. I felt overheated instead. A warmth rose up beneath my skin, making it practically glow with a yellow light. All 3 pairs of eyes were on me, watching me with a mixture of fascination and wariness. I didn't like that either. It wasn't until Roan pulled me back against his chest, and I could feel his steady heartbeat in my ear, that I finally started to calm down.
"It's okay, Cress,"
he said, leaning down to say the words in my ear. This time, I shivered for a completely different reason, but now really wasn't the time for that.
"Your friend will remain safe. We'll have to leave her with Grofit, but he's trustworthy. If possible, we'll see if he can come up with an illusion that will keep her humanity a secret."
I swallowed against a dry throat. "Thank you," I croaked, feeling all sorts of emotions fill me up and slide through my veins. Damn. Being over-emotional really sucked. I felt drained already. If I were a man, I could probably punch Sorrel and be done with it. But I couldn't fight my way out of a wet bag made of parchment. So I settled for glaring at him. I nodded once to let Roan know I'd heard him, and acknowledged his words. I didn't know if that was some sort of signal for Orion, but he stepped forward and put a hand on Sorrel's shoulder.
"We need to prepare for the ambassador's arrival,"
he said lowly. What's going to happen? I found myself asking. Orion's eyes cut toward me, but it was Sorrel who answered.
"If we've been summoned by the Court of Frost, then that means we're being summoned by the Frost Queen and the Crimson Queen."
I frowned, confused, but he continued in that cool-as-ice voice of his, emitting no emotions.
"And if we have been summoned, then it's because we've broken Fae law. We couldn't help the original landing," Roan said. "They expect us to be able to transport the castle without the proper amount of power. Other courts have managed,"
Sorrel replied, lifting his head. Rowan's hands tightened on my shoulders.
"Other courts have 4 royals. We wouldn't have been able to."